FianceVisaServices.com, your personal immigration guide.
Hi, my name is Fred Wahl, and I am a bonded immigration consultant with 36 years of experience and a 100% success rate. Today's topic is how to select the right photos to prove a bona fide relationship. Now, the following are the techniques that I apply on each and every fiancé visa, spousal visa, and adjustment of status petition that I prepare. And before preparing one of my signature front-loaded petitions for a couple, I always give them a long, detailed, personalized checklist of all the evidences that I know will help to prove their relationship is bona fide. The couple will work off of this checklist, gathering as many of the items as they can, and then finally sending me a box of documents, forms, messages, bills, tickets, photographs, and so on. I call this package the shoebox. And once I get the shoebox, I block off most of a day from my calendar so I can quietly spread out and examine each piece that they have sent me. Now, my plan for the petition is to tell their story, that of a genuine, bona fide couple who deserves to be speedily reunited in the USA. And I do this by picking and choosing those evidences that are the most persuasive and positive. Now, one of the areas I spend a considerable amount of time on is going over their photographs and choosing the right ones. It is quite true that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Not only can the photos prove one of the basic eligibility requirements that a face-to-face meeting has occurred, but when carefully chosen can go a very long way in generating a solid impression that the relationship is sincere. Now, the immigration officer is not your Aunt Bee who would love to spend hours closely examining each of the 500 photos taken from your engagement party. The consular officer has limited time and patience. Just pick a very few photos that quickly tell the whole story. Imagine you're giving a slideshow and have only 1 minute, click, 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 to tell your whole story. Now, what photos would you choose? Well, here is my answer. First of all, every photo you present must have both you and the fiancé visible in the photo. No singletons, please. Only choose photos that show a positive body language. Look at the couple on the left. They're both smiling, both leaning towards each other. They're obviously comfortable with each other, and they are obviously a happy couple. Now compare this with the picture on the right. It looks like they just had an argument. Now, if you use tight close-ups on a couple's faces, like from holding a cell phone camera at arm's length, the story is very limited. We see you are together, but you are wasting and missing the opportunity to say much more. Instead, move the camera farther out and put more information into the back of the frame. Now, take photos at a mid-range so that we not only recognize the couple, but also notice where you were and what you were doing. This shows you spent time together and shows that you traveled and that you did various activities together and were happy in each other's company while you were doing it. Now try to take as many trips as possible to visit your fiancé face-to-face, and if possible go at different times of the years so that your photos reflect the different seasons or different events or festivals or holidays that will make it clear what time of the year the photograph was taken. Take photos at different times of the day as well to show that you spend a lot of time together, so morning, evening, nighttime. Now, having your camera automatically insert a date stamp showing the month, day, and year into each photo is the simplest and most effective way to demonstrate when your photos were actually taken. And it helps to prove that you met recently, and it shows how many days together you spent. Now, take some shots with friends or co-workers. If a couple is genuine, one expects the proud fiancée to show off and introduce her fiancé to her friends or co-workers or fellow students. A group photo at her place of work or play or leisure with her peers is always a good choice. Now, a sincere suitor meets his prospective in-laws and especially tries to meet her parents or family elders to, in theory, ask for her hand. A photo showing the couple together with her happy and on-board family is a must. Now, don't be repetitive. One of my clients sent me 12 pictures of him and his fiancée at a dinner party one evening at a single restaurant. Now, of course, each of these pictures was very precious to him and to his fiancée. But let's save this for the family album, not for the visa petition. 1, possibly 2 photos max from a particular event in your time together is interesting and effective. Now, a consular officer will be reviewing your petition and then sitting down with your fiancée to interview her about your relationship. You want to make sure that the photos he sees keeps him friendly, interested, and on your side, and that he has a positive feeling about you and your fiancé. Now, the officer may have strong moral, racial, religious, or cultural biases, so be extra careful not to inadvertently offend him with your photos. Say, do not allow any suggestion of sexuality, no matter how subtle, into the photos you choose. No kissing, hugging, no pictures in bed or even the bedroom. Also, avoid looking like King Kong with a tiny Fay Ray. Organize the photos so that you don't seem to be overwhelming and overpowering your fiancé. Try mid-range shots where both of you are sitting down together so that your heads are side by side. Avoid negative body language from the other people in each photo. I got one photo of a couple with her parents. The couple was smiling, but the parents were scowling. Perhaps that's the way the parents always look. But that particular photo made it appear that the parents were not happy with the engagement, and so such a photo should be avoided. Now, be also very careful not to be culturally offensive. I got one photo and the couple were in front of a statue of a character out of her country's cultural history. And the couple were behind that statue making hand gestures, like the character is wearing horns. Well, perhaps the officer would have enjoyed the joke and thought that that was funny, just like the couple did. Or perhaps he would have been offended. It is not worth it to take any chances. Finally, don't cheat. I've seen many photos where the date stamps on the photos have been faked. This always gets caught. Don't even attempt it. Now, my imaginary ideal timeline for a genuine romantic engagement would be as follows. My ideal couple has been corresponding for 6 months or more, and the man flies over to meet her for the first time. They spend about a week getting to know each other, and she shows him her country. They are in love. 3 to 6 months later, he can't bear to be separated from her any longer and flies back to her country. This time, he stays longer and arranges to meet her family and her friends. He gives her a ring, and they become formally engaged. She shows him more of her country, and upon his return to the USA, he submits the fiancé visa petition. Now, the photos I would like to see from this ideal couple would be from the first trip. Let's have just simple photos of the couple together on different days wearing different clothing in various identifiable locations. From the second trip, well, it's about the same idea, but in addition, let's add photos now of being with her family and her friends and the engagement party, and perhaps a picture with her wearing the engagement ring. Now, I make the process sound simple, but it's not. If you want it done right, guaranteed, I can help. This is Fred Wahl, your personal immigration guide.
For your free copy of 120 must-have visa interview questions, visit fiancevisaservices.com/free.